Hello, Bl'Artagnan here with a Should You Pull for Gladio Lost Chapter featuring Sabin LD. I'll be discussing the character's upgrades, sharing my thoughts on their value, and I'll do it all in less than 4 minutes because that's how long this royalty-free music lasts. Before we begin, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. It really helps me out and I appreciate it. And leave a comment down below sharing your thoughts on the characters. Also, you can check out Raw Life's Twitch channel every Monday night at 8:30 Eastern, where myself, Raw Life, and Type Zoe will be streaming and discussing DFFOO and having a good time. So I'll leave the link to that channel in the description along with a bunch of disclaimers that I don't have time to go over in the video. I look forward to seeing you there. So, Gladio is getting his LD boards with this Lost Chapter. He's not getting a whole lot. Basically, he's starting with a free turn now at the beginning of the battle, so you can use that to set up his skill 1. And his LD buff is hitting a bit. His LD is hitting a bit harder and applying the skill 1 buff to his allies when you use it, which can help with pacing. It's not a whole lot, but Gladio's still got a really fundamentally sound kit, one of the most sound kits in the entire game, really. And tanks make the game easier. If you don't have him, it could be worth picking up, especially because the actual new thing that the banner's getting is also something I think is worth picking up. That said, if you have Galif and Warrior of Light, you could probably get away without actually going for Gladio. Now, Sabin is the premier unit of this banner. And you may be thinking, because if you've seen my Tifa LD Should You Pull, you may know where I'm going with this, because I spoke about how well Tifa beats up skeletons, and that's a very important service. Sabin gets bonus damage against ghosts, and you're probably expecting me to take a similar tack. The difference is, skeletons are real and ghosts are not. I don't want to alarm you, but there's a skeleton inside you right now. The real reason I think Sabin's valuable is because he's Inkwelder's favorite character, and Inkwelder's pretty pissed at me because I've been running Edward in a lot of fights, so I'm hoping that by giving Sabin a glowing review, he'll forgive me and we can be friends again. Sabin's getting a rework and an LD. Rework makes both of his skills double dump, makes skill 1 battery the party, and skill 2 now delays 2 turns. He used to have a stacking mechanic, but we're not going to need to worry about that anymore because of the LD. The LD basically gives him a buff that makes it so his stacks stay maxed, so you don't need to worry about building them up anymore. No more tempo, it's just, good times all around. Gives him a bunch of elemental weakness damage, HP damage, good shit like that. It's actually a fairly short duration, so but it extends by 1 turn whenever you break an enemy, which is interesting for me because it makes him a break-hungry character similar to Cloud of Darkness or Arden or Lightning. He kind of gets less than they do because he doesn't get a free turn out of it, and a lot of break-hungry characters get free turns. I'd say that's his one, I don't want to say a weak point, but that's the one thing where it's like, okay, other break-hungry characters get a little more out of it than he does, but he gets so much that it doesn't matter. Because he ignores defense across his entire kit, which is huge, especially as defense is going to become more relevant. He has a 2-turn delay, which is very great for controlling bosses. He does great damage now. He's super self-sufficient because he imperils both his elements, hits for 2 elements, so absorbs aren't going to be locking him out, not that we have any coming up. And basically, I love self-sufficient damage dealers because you can just kind of slot them into any team. Look what I've been doing with Golbez. He comes built in with his own boosts. He doesn't need characters to make him better. And I love self-sufficiency. He has roll compression for covering orbs with his elements. He has delay. I think Sabin's a fantastic character with a lot of good utility and value. So yeah, I'd say he's worth pulling for. Can we be friends again? Shit.